Hi all, welcome to Learn IT. In the previous videos we covered S3 Basics and S3 Storage classes. If you are new to AWS S3 and have not watched the S3 Basics and Storage classes videos, I request you to watch those videos first. So, let's learn how to create a new bucket, how to add folders to bucket, how to upload files to bucket, how to make objects public, how to choose S3 storage class for objects, and how to provide metadata for objects. Even I don't know much on S3, so I would like to ask my boss to demonstrate this in detail. Let's go to AWS console now and learn from my boss.
Let's go to S3 service now. Loading, still loading. Yeah, we are here. So you can see I don't have any buckets right now. Let's hit create bucket button and create our first S3 bucket. Now you can see we are at S3 form and there are multiple input options we need to provide to create a bucket. The first option is bucket name. So we have to provide a unique bucket name globally. Then we have an option to select region. This is the region where bucket will be created. The third option is for configurations. So if you want to full configurations of existing S3 bucket, you can choose that option. Now we have a access option, like we can control public access or private access using this option. So by default it will be private, and if you want to make it public, then you have to select different options here. So I am creating a private bucket now, so I have chosen a default option, that is private. Now we have a versioning option here, so we can enable disable versioning of objects on our S3 bucket using that option. And then we have a tagging option, so we can create a tags like project name. So I am putting a project name here for this S3 bucket, and I am putting a value of that tag key as a learning. Then we have a encryption option for S3 bucket. So using this option we can enable or disable encryption on our data at rest. So we have multiple options here. We have Amazon S3 key, which is managed by Amazon S3. Then we have Amazon KMS option, that is Amazon Key Management Service. So if we use Amazon Key Management Service, then we have to provide key details. We will look all this in detail in encryption lab. So currently I am disabling the encryption, and at last we have an option to provide locks on object. This option helps us to protect objects of this bucket from being deleted or overwritten. Also, object lock works only in versioned buckets. If we enable object locks, then buckets will be versioned automatically. Now let's create our bucket. Creating. Yeah, and we got a bucket created. So you can see we have a bucket learn it demo bucket. Now let's add some folders and files to this bucket. So I am creating a folder to keep my photos. I have named it photos, and I have an option here to enable or disable encryption for this folder. Let's create photos folder. So I have got created one new folder, photos, and now I am creating another folder for videos. Okay, so I have got two folders created now, and I am creating another folder to store my notes. Let's name it in small letters only. So I have three folders now, one for notes, one for photos, and one for videos. Now let's add some files to these folders. So I am going to notes folder first, and I am going to upload one of the text file to this folder. Let's hit on add file, and we can choose a file from our computer, local storage. So I have selected a script. that is text file, and I have uploaded it. Now we have different options for this file, or we can say object in S3 terms. So we have this destination details like bucket configurations, which we can see here, and we have storage classes as we discussed in the last tutorial. So we had seen multiple different storage classes provided by S3. So we have standard infrequent access. So we can see everything here, and we can choose the class which we want to use for our object. So we have one more option here, reduce the redundancy. This storage class we didn't cover because it is now deprecated, and near future it will be deleted from here as well. So AWS planning to remove this reduce the redundancy class now. We have intelligent tiering option, Glacier, and Glacier Deep Archive. So we have covered everything, all of these classes in detail in the last video. If you haven't watched yet, then please go and watch that video first. So I'm going with standard option now, S3 standard option now. And then we have a server-side encryption settings for this object. So if we have enabled encryption on our bucket, then we will have to specify an encryption key here. Otherwise, our upload for this file will be failed. Now we have access control list options. By default, object owner will have full access to read and write this object. Then we can see other options like public access or authenticated user group access. So we can choose different options here and go with this file. Then we have an option to provide access for other AWS accounts. We can do that as well. And we have tags option, and finally we have metadata option for this file. So we can add some details about this file using this option. So I am adding system defined metadata option now. I am choosing a key like content type, and we have multiple options for system defined keys. So I am choosing a content type as image for this file. Oh, so we are uploading a text file, so I have changed it to text plain again. And now let's upload this file. Loading. Yeah, you can see our file is uploaded here under notes folder. So we can go to this file and look at the different options here. So I am trying to open it using object actions. So you can see I can see this file here in browser. Now I could open because I am authenticated user. Now I am trying to open the same file using object URL provided by S3. So you can see here it is showing access denied. When we are using object URL using S3 bucket URL, then it is saying access denied. This is because our bucket is still private and all the objects uploaded to this bucket are private to AWS account only. So we cannot use it from as a public URL on the browser. Now let's add another file. So I am going to upload one image. So let me choose one image. Okay, let's go with one of my thumbnail. S3 bucket. Okay, so again we have different options here. We can choose a standard S3 class or other class based on our requirement. So I am choosing standard S3 class only, and the same access, object owner access. But this time I am allowing public access. so that I can access or I can provide this link to anyone to access this file. And here we have one check which we need to do, because we are allowing public access for this file. And also for this file I would like to add one metadata, like content type. This is image, so image JPG I am choosing. Now let's hit upload. So you can see upload for this file is failed. The reason because our bucket is private, we haven't enabled public access for our bucket, and we are trying to provide a public access on object. So bucket policies are always dominating over the object policies. So now to make this object public, we first have to go to our bucket settings, bucket configurations, and we have to enable the public access on our bucket first. So let's go to our bucket first and visit permissions and enable public access to our bucket. So I have unchecked the block all public access option, and I am saving the changes. As we are giving public access to bucket, so it will again ask for confirmation. So now my bucket is public. Now let's go to photos folder again and upload the same file. Okay, so I'm choosing the same file again, and you can see the same options like storage, classes, destination, configurations, everything is same. And this time again I am trying to do the public access on this file. So I have checked, and now I am providing metadata for this file, content type, image, and I'm hitting upload. So yeah, you can see this time it didn't fail. Now we can go to this file and we can try to access using object URL directly. Now let's try to access this file using object URL. So you can see this file we are able to access publicly now. And if we look at the URL, we have bucket name s3.amazonaws.com/photos. Photos is our folder, and at last we have key thumbnail.jpg. So guys, this was all about S3 object management using AWS console. Thank you for watching this video. Join me in the next videos.